So I recently got back from vacation, and at my work, like many of our jobs, getting away can be tough, right? There's always something more to do or something else that needs our attention, and too often, to be honest, our jobs follow us home wherever we go. But we had this wedding in Estes Park, Colorado for a nephew, and the wedding itself was great. It was all the things you'd want it to be. And then after that, we took some time off and we decided now's the time, let's go see some national parks while we're out there. So we hiked some ridges and we swam in some mountain streams. We wandered and sweated in the desert, and nearly all of it with no phone reception, no phone calls, no texts, no emails. It was glorious. We had planned it that way on purpose, to be honest, right? Our life as a family often goes pretty fast, too fast in our opinion, and we wanted some time to stop and recalibrate. And honestly, that's what happened. As we were making this very long drive home, we discussed and kept discussing how we don't just want to step back into the old normal rhythm we had, but wanted to intentionally choose what this next season was like. And that idea isn't unique to us, but it's one of the ideas we find broadly within the world and really in the scriptures. The scriptures have this idea of Sabbath that reinforce that, and really is something that's also called a year of Jubilee, right? Sabbath is something many of us are familiar with, but it's the idea to take a day to rest, to not work, to delight, to be filled with joy, right? The rich and valuable things in life. That's what we're supposed to do on Sabbath, right? But the scriptures also talk and give something that's an extension of that, the same idea that we have with rest, but something bigger, and that's called a year of Jubilee. The idea is functionally a time reset, right? It shows up in Leviticus chapter 25, and there it says, it just talks about that there's going to be this time every 50 years, a great Sabbath of resting, of resetting, and of balance. And it says it like this. It says in Leviticus 25, verse 10, consecrate the 50th year and proclaim liberty throughout all of the lands and to all of its inhabitants. It shall be a jubilee for you. Each of you is to return to your family property and to your own clan. The 50th year shall be a jubilee for you. Do not sow, do not reap what grows of itself, or harvest the unintended vines, for it is a jubilee and will be holy to you. Eat only what is taken from the fields. And look, I don't think most of us have a capacity for a full year of Jubilee, but I bet that you can do a mini Jubilee, a time to reset, a forced stop that makes you ask, what of these things that I used to do I still want to do? I don't think it needs to be this massive deal. Maybe it's a vacation. Maybe it's without a phone. Maybe it's an intentional night or evening or weekend, right? Maybe it's just a season of living differently, like what we do in Lent. Maybe it's just something where it creates space to make a clean break, right? Because let's be honest, that's the point of what those things are. Our world is unsustainable. It continues to go fast and gets faster. And if we don't want to be shaped and molded in the rhythms and paces of the world, then we have to be intentional and do things that cut against the grain, which is why the scriptures talk about Sabbath and rest and delight and years of Jubilee. And so my question in this season, where fall is coming and all the chaos and activity that go with it, how will you do that? Are you just going to let the schedule and the rhythm of the year tell and dictate things for you? Or can you take some time to pause, to reset, to reflect, to take a mini Jubilee before everything kicks off and life chugs away, right? Let's not go back to normal, whatever it was, but let's choose the way that you and I want to live as followers of Christ so that we can make much of Christ and glorify our God together. Grace and peace, friends. Have a good week.